Hi, friends. Hello, the world. Welcome back to this episode of Tools for Transitioning Humanitarians. I'm your host, Vassala Romanova. And today I want to talk about the topic that I keep hearing a lot and how to navigate that topic. The topic of, is that a good reason, right? Or is that a valid reason for not transitioning? So I've been coaching humanitarians now by hundreds, I would say, in the last 4 years. And no matter who I coach, there will always be a reason why I cannot transition, right? There will always be a reason why I can't really go on dating the person I want to, or there's always a reason for I can't really do the job that I really want to, or there's always a reason for I can't really live the life that I really love living. There will always be reasons, and reasons might be lots of different ways, but they would all come down to three categories. And the categories are either they are external circumstances that we use as reasons, right? External circumstances might be the economy, the job market, the system, the competition, because of which I can't really go for what I really want to. The reasons might be other people judge me, other people make fun of me, other people will humiliate, I will be embarrassed if things don't go and work out. Other people, like my husband, my wife, my family, don't want me to do it because it's scary, because what if I fail, all of these things. Or the reason might be ourselves. I don't have confidence to do this. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I'm capable of. I am not worthy of it. I have commitment issues. I feel stuck. I feel afraid. All of this, right? So these are the reasons. If we categorize those reasons, that would be three categories of external situations, other people, and ourselves. Now, I have heard obviously all the possible reasons why we don't transition, and that's very understandable. But I think what it always comes down to is that what the reason should be, right? Is that the reason why we're not living the life we want to? Is that the reason why we're not really building relationships that we love? By the way, I have I've been counting recently that of all my humanitarians that I coach, there are six of them who are really wanting to start relationship, dating someone, and start having love relationships after so many years of just being humanitarian and not really paying attention to that area of their lives. And of those six, four have found already, so two are still in the process. So therefore, I think it's a damn good result for my amazing humanitarians. So anyway, so coming back to the question of, is that what the reason should be why we're not building relationship? Is that the reason that should be why we're not making the impact we want? Is that the reason that should be why we're not living the life we want, making the money we want, whatever it is that we're desiring? Is that a valid reason, right? And I think this is the topic that we don't really pay attention to. And yesterday, when I was coaching in my group, this is one of the things that really something that I wanted to um, make it a topic that whatever the reason we believe, right? Whatever the excuses or reasons that we believe is standing in between, or the obstacles or the objections, whatever those objections are or obstacles are, should they be the reason why we're not living the life we want to? And I think this is a topic that we're not really paying close attention to. And the reason why we're not paying close attention to is because we believe that we can't overcome those obstacles, right? That's really it. If we believe that we could overcome those obstacles, we would be working on it every day. Sorry, my hair is all over the place, you guys, but I hope, yeah. So that's the thing, right? So if we believe that we could do something about it, we would be doing it. But what we are actually so good at doing, which our physiologically our brain is also so good at it, is just fixating on all the things that we can't do, and keep desiring or wishful thinking about all the things that we want to do, but we actually don't do anything much about it. Imagine if we had spent as much time as we stay in what we cannot do, if we could spend that hours also in what we can do about it, we would probably be solving a lot of the problems, right? But that's the thing is, and that's why what requires of us to move forward from this is whatever the obstacle is. Like, first, write down all the obstacles that you believe that are the reasons why you're not transitioning to whatever you love transitioning, right? So the obstacles in the dating world might be apps or location, duty station that doesn't allow, or you want to go to a duty station where you want to meet other people that are not humanitarians, whatever it is. So those might be the obstacles that you believe are the obstacles. If you're going for a job that you really want, maybe it's the obstacle is competition, maybe it's the humanitarian market is not a good one currently, or it's very hard. So you better stay where you are. You maybe you are staying in the humanitarian sector, but the obstacles are the toxic environment, other people's behavior, your emotional state, all of this, right? So all of these obstacles, write all of those obstacles down. And then the second thing you want to, excuse me, second thing that you want to look at is what is it that you would like to have? What is it the ideal, the desire that you really want to have, right? And then the third one is this the reason? The first obstacle that you've written, is that the reason that is valid because of which you are not going much for what you want to? Should that be the valid reason for not going for what you want to? So if you had the confidence issues, for instance, right? Is that a good reason not to live the life you want to? Isn't that even like more important that you work on that confidence issue so that you can go to what you want to? Or if it is the money issue, right? So the reason why you can't really transition to what you want to and live the life you want to is the money problem. So if that's the case in the money problem, is that the good enough reason why you can't go to what you want to and live the life you want to? Because if you knew how to solve the money problem, you would be going to living the life you want to, right? Then the fourth step is finding out how are you going to overcome that, whatever the issue you are tackling. Right? How are you going to tackle the money issue? Okay, what is in the money that is specifically the problem? Is it because you are afraid you will not make the amount you want to? Is it because you are afraid that you are not good at selling yourself or your skills? Is it because you've never done this before? Is it because you've never went for this area of work? Whatever it is, right? So get more specific, and then the next thing you want to concentrate on, the fifth step, is how do you actually solve each of them, either individually, separately, together, whichever the way. And that is where coaching is so amazing because we can like really get into, okay, if this is the money issue, what is exactly the mindset that we need to look at? What can we do about it? How can we change that thought process, the belief process, the emotion around money so that you can actually unblock yourself or remove the limits so you can go for creating the amount that you want to. And this is really what I mean is that I believe in life there will always be reasons why we will want to stop ourselves from going for what we want. There will always be reasons. Like it doesn't matter which area you're working on, which level you're working on, whatever it is, there will always be reasons why we believe we can't get to what we want to. We can't really get the things we want to. We can't really live the life we want to. There will always be reasons. But I think what we're oftentimes doing is we're just staying with those reasons. We're not really deciding what are we going to do about those reasons, how are we going to solve those reasons, because if we don't solve those reasons we're going to feel stuck in the place we don't want to, and that's even more horrifying to me than actually going and figuring out how to solve the reasons why we believe we can go to what we want to, right? It's easier to solve things because as humanitarians, we're so good at solving problems. As humanitarians, we're so good at figuring things out, making things work, even in the worst of the times, even in war zones, even in conflict, natural disasters, even in those situations, we're so good at solving problems. So then now it's like our time to apply that skill to our own lives, right? And to our own lives. And of course, if you feel like you can't do it on your own, get help doing it. Get a coaching. If you don't get coaching from me, get from the coach you trust, whoever it is. It doesn't matter. But what is so important about this conversation is that if we're not going to learn how to be able to solve whatever the obstacle that comes in the way, then we will always keep postponing living the life we want to. And I'm assuming that's not what we want because life is short, and I have been so aware of it, especially now that I'm living with my mother, is that I have been seeing how I could have spent a lot more time with my mother. There is a risk that she will not see and she will lose her sight, and we're very terrified about that. So therefore, we're trying to do everything possible not to get her lose her sight. And as I think about it, oh my God, I always thought that, oh, I will have time to spend and travel with my mother together. I will have time to do those things together with her. And then now that I hear this news that shocked me in the last however many days, is I'm just like, okay, the time is not there. I want to create experiences with her as much as possible, right? But then I am also very conscious of how now she needs to go through surgery and how she needs to take care of her eyes before we can actually go and travel. And who knows how the surgery goes, and I hope it will go well. But I'm just so aware of, oh my God, if I hadn't just thought about, oh, we just have time, let me just do these things first, and then I will do things with my mother. If I hadn't postponed it that way, maybe we could have experienced a lot more things with her than we have so far, right? And therefore, I'm sure that there are lots of things that you also want to do things on time and not miss out on because you really feel like that's very important. So more, maybe it is so important for you to have children, or maybe it's important to have loving relationships. Maybe it is important that you are like witnessing your family and everyone growing and being with your friends. All of that, I imagine, is very important. But if we keep just feeling like the reason why I can't leave my job, or the reason why I can't do the things I want to, the reason why I can't XYZ now, it will always stay there. The problems or the reasons will always stay there. And we will not learn, A, how to solve those obstacles and feel so powerful that we can solve any obstacles we want to, and build our trust muscle that we always know how to balance the fear instead of just keep following. I just can't do any other way. And that's really the conversation that I wanted to bring to you here, is that no matter what the reason is, they are all solvable. They have been solved. I have helped solve so many humanitarian problems, whatever they are, and therefore, whatever the issue we believe might be the issue can be solved. And the reason why we know it, and don't even take it from me, you probably hear and see so many examples of humans in the world doing so many incredible things because they have solved those problems and obstacles on the way. And I know that whenever I say this, people always tell me, well, but you just say it so easily, and it's not easy. Absolutely, it's not easy. But also, I'm telling you, my fear of not being able to spend this time with my mother and traveling with her the way that I wanted to, my fear of not being able to do that because she cannot see it is so much more terrifying than me actually just keep postponing things. And that feels so much more terrifying than actually going and figuring things out and actually going to travel and experience the way I want to. So therefore, whatever the reasons might be, yes, they are very challenging, but also staying in the situation that we don't really want to, or we keep feeling like this is not what we want, or we keep feeling like in the waiting mode and seeing what happens and how it happens, that's a lot harder than actually going to figure out once and for all, most of the time, those problems, if we are able to solve them, we gain so much insight into, oh my God, I know how to do this. I know how to solve these obstacles. I know how to face these challenges. I know how to overcome them so that I can actually go and live the life that I no longer need to keep fixing or keep feeling this nagging emotion that keeps telling me that I should do something. I should go for something because there is more. Is this it? I no longer want to keep entertaining those because I want to live life in the most thriving way possible. And that's really what I want to wish for you. So, therefore, my dears, if you would like to work on this, absolutely come to my group coaching where we are discussing this and so many other amazing topics with my amazing humanitarians and helping them transition to whichever the area that they want to transition to without postponing anymore, without keep using excuses or reasons, but rather focusing on how are we going to solve those reasons and how are we going to get to the thing that we want to so that we can finally feel like we're settling or we're starting life or we are thriving in our lives instead of just surviving. So, um, email me at cell@complaintfree.life or message me through social media, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.